Yeah. I'm at Grace Church Road. I went to Waynesboro to bring this man down to this address, and now he's trying to force his way into a house. I'm afraid to move my vehicle. They're fighting in there.
It's inside the house now?
Yeah.
You have your doors locked?
It's open. I'm in a van.
You need to make yourself safe, okay? Even if you've got to drive away from there to get away from him and close that and lock that door. Do that for me now, please.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay. Hey, everyone. This is an impromptu live, really, that I just wanted to go over a few things. We will be doing this live tonight, and we'll be discussing this and going over it more in detail. Obviously, this is a horrendous, horrendous tragedy so far, that hopefully that they'll be found alive. Very sad. I'm sure there's many people around the world that are keeping an eye on this, such as myself, but I wanted to kind of bring you the marine traffic here. I'm not exactly, experienced in this whole marine traffic, but I kind of wanted to show you guys the ships that are on their way in to this. And again, prayers go out to everyone that's in that vessel, and prayers go out to the families that are obviously in excruciating pain as they're awaiting just anything to let them know that these people are alive. So thank you guys for joining the live. And if you guys don't mind giving it a thumbs up, all the news is the same 2 days ago. I don't really think so, Gang One. Obviously, the banging noise just came out about that, or about the noises being heard and stuff like that. Obviously, we heard a press conference today as well. If there's one thing I am going to say, though, is that I don't care if you're a billionaire, a zillionaire, or you're freaking a pauper. It doesn't matter what level of money you have. These people are still humans. And it's because of these people that do have excess money that are able to go on these, what I'll call dreams of a lifetime for these people. These are the same people that have the money that are allowing the research to go on, and that allows people like Stockton Rush to create, these vessels, or whether it's this research or any other research. It's the people that have the money in the world that are able to create these opportunities to further, whether it's dive deeper into the water or do research. So that $150,000 or whatever it is that was paid, well, $250 per each person. That was paid to go on. These people are still human beings regardless. I don't care what money they have. They are human beings. So I just find it very high. Evil CJ show. I've seen you vaguely. I think I've seen you last week or something on unique van life or something like that. Anyways, nice to have you here, bud. Hey Claire, how you going? Well, you know what? I'm gonna look at the glass as half full until I don't have to anymore, until they can show something different other than that. Um, it is very sad, obviously, what's going on. Let me just take myself off screen and I'll take this down for a sec. So I'm from Canada, if anyone knows that about me. Although we typically cover cases in the US and, of course, the Nicola Bully case in the United Kingdom there. But let's see here. I'm just going to go over here. So I'm from Vancouver, over in this area. I'm from Vancouver, which is the West Coast. Obviously, Newfoundland is on the East Coast. And so basically, let's see here. So the Polar Prince is the Canadian, looks like Canadian ship here, that is part, of the endeavor in helping with the search for that. So just going right here, you guys. St. John's is here again. This is the U.S. basically has taken control of the search, and the Canadians ourselves are helping the U.S. out. And one of those things happens to be, of course, with the sonar from the P3 Aurora aircraft. And I mean, you guys, as much as I know that your guys' fleet of stuff is uh, huge compared to our few vessels and stuff and aircraft that we have over here. But regardless, it's nice when of course a joint effort is happening. That's the whole purpose of it. So there is this Atlante, or however you say it. So this ship is on its way. This is the French ship that they speak of. Time frame they're showing is ETA on the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. For the French ship that's housing that ROV, is what I remember hearing in the conference. That in the press conference they were talking about how all the different ROVs have different technologies, and the ones that are underneath there have 4,000 meters capabilities, and that the ROV from the French have more even sophisticated different technologies to them. So this is again the Atlante, and I'm just pulling it up. I'm not expert in the marine traffic thing. I'm just reading it like you guys are right here. And this is, of course, where the Polar Prince Titanic wreck site. And then there's the, where is it? Come on, you're over here somewhere. There it is. The Horizon. That one's on its way, is expected to arrive at 5. That would be, I guess, would that be 5? Yeah, AM, I suppose, right? Because they use the military clock on the 22nd. So that's the Horizon Arctic from Canada that's working its way in there. And so this is just kind of just to show you guys, a couple of different boats that they've been talking about on the news. I'll just come back over to chat. Hi, it's me, Avery. This is news. This is news. Not heard this. Yeah. So at the end of the day, like I said, this is just going to be a short live. I'm going to play a clip here for a sec. Sunny, hi. Oh, AJ Miller. Hey, buddy, you always make it into the lives. You really must love me. You're such a trolling fan. I love it. But I'm still going to block you. You can go make your other account or come back in on your other account, dude. Have a good day. Yeah, this is more important than you, AJ Miller. But anyway, so I'm going to play a quick clip. It's in 1.5 times. So I'm just going to play that. It's from CNN. So let me do that for a second, guys. And this is, of course, whoops, this way. The Ocean Gate behind that's a submersible that's, lost for now. Hopefully it's found soon. I know that there is a certain time frame. No, I don't want to share the screen. I want to play a video. Okay. So let me just play that again. It's 1.5 times, guys.
Ocean explorer Tom Detweiler. He led the team that found the wreckage of the Titanic. He's also a close friend with HenryNargeolet, one of the people on board that missing Titan vessel. Tom, thank you so much for coming in. What are your thoughts on this new reporting that we were just talking about with Miguel Marquez of search crews picking up repeated banging sounds via sonar devices? Does that give you hope?
Well, like everybody, you want to hold out hope until there can be no hope, more hope. The banging sounds are interesting because knowing HenryNargeolet and his experience with submersibles and his background in submarines, this is exactly how he would try to indicate that they were still alive and try to communicate with the surface. He would do some banging, he would do it on a regular schedule so that it was distinguishable from the background noises that are in the ocean all the time. So it is encouraging that there did seem to be a pattern to it. And, we're going to continue to hold out hope.
Absolutely. Tom, do you think that would be, you said that would be exactly what he would be doing. Is that, you think PH would be improvising, or is this some sort of, I don't know, standard protocol or procedure that you're familiar of when it comes to underwater emergencies?
It is a standard protocol for contacting any sort of rescue service that might be coming your way.
That is super interesting. You've described PH as a close friend. I want to play for you, Tom, what another ocean explorer, David Gallo, said about PH on CNN last night. Let me play this for you.
If HenryNargeolet was sitting here with me like he normally would be, this is what he would say to do. Let's just sit down together in a small room, figure out what needs to be done, and let's make it happen. Let's do it.
Tom, what do you think PH would be saying right now?
He would be exactly that. He's a very calm, collected, expert in his field, and we would have approached this in a very scientific manner, a very straightforward manner, and just get the fastest reaction out there that we could have. I've spent the last 2 days trying to get an effort out there. It's on its way now, and I know that PH would have done the same thing for anybody else out there, whether he knew them or not. The community would have drawn together just like you've seen it over the last couple of days, and we would do anything in our power to get out there. Never questioning costs, never questioning time, just do it, drop everything.
Tom, talk to me about the effort, what you're trying to get out there, and what you've seen that's been deployed so far. Talk to me about the scope and scale and what they're also up against in terms of trying to find them and get to them.
Well, some of the experts have already said that you see Navy assets going out there. That's very important because the Navy assets that are currently on their way are the assets that are experienced in finding things underwater and doing recoveries from very deep water. It's some of the few assets that are available, and they will get there within the next day or so. That's the limitation, is it's very far out there, and just getting this very heavy equipment moving, getting to where it needs to be, mobilizing it on the ship. As you can imagine, when the ship goes out to sea, everything's got to be fastened down, so you're doing a lot of welding and things like that to make sure that it stays in place as the ship starts to roll in the seas. And then it has to be able to take the load if you're doing a recovery. So there's a lot of work that has to be done, but these are all guys who do this routinely, and they do it quickly, and I think that you'll see some success in finding it quickly. Where's
your heart and head on this right now? I know you said that you want to hold out hope, because you got to hold out hope for another day. You also know the realities of the risks and the dangers down there. I mean, you probably know better than anybody.
My whole career has been in the very deep ocean, and I do know all the things that can happen, and I run over all those in my head. But I've seen miracles happen at sea as well, very unexpected things, very surprising things. So I'm going to continue to hold out hope. They still have some oxygen left, and you have to consider that the oxygen estimates are based on normal activities in the sub. One thing PH would have done is try to calm everybody down and keep them quiet so that they're using less oxygen, and potentially you can extend that beyond the estimates.
Tom, that's super important to consider in all of this, and thank you so much for coming on, having your level of expertise, and also just to hear about your friendship with PH and what you know he'd be doing down there right now is really important for everybody. Thank you so much, Tom.
You're quite welcome, Kate.
John?
It's a great discussion. This morning we have a first-hand account of what it is like to take part in this kind of underwater adventure. 1 year ago, Simpsons writer Mike Reese was on the very same submersible that is now missing in the Atlantic. He told a CNN affiliate about the dangers he prepared for ahead of the trip and described the various communication and navigational issues his team experienced during the dive.
It was just 11 months ago in this very same sub, and I see over and over on every dive we took, they lost communication. This is just one of the problems with this thing. And, I'm sure the world is very worried and that kind of thing, but something to know, having gone through it, is going in how very dangerous this is. And it's not any bad reflection on Stockton Rush. It's his company and he designs it, but it's just that we are all part of this ongoing experiment. Before you even get on, you sign this long, long waiver that mentions possible death 3 times on the first page. It's just, so you know what you're getting into. And in fact, when I stepped onto the sub, I just knew, part of my mind was going, well, this could be the end.
Wow.
So that I mostly, it's a very creepy feeling to think if they're alive down at the bottom of the ocean or something like that, and just knowing I don't think there's a way to get them out of a situation like that, and that they'll just be sitting there for 3 or 4 days before the oxygen runs out. Very, very scary thought.
It's scary indeed. I did note, Sarah, he said that every dive they took, they lost communication. So people who were involved with this, they had some awareness of issues that had been taking place.
Absolutely, that is all terrifying.
For anyone that's coming in, we'll go back to this screen here. This is the marine traffic. And sorry, I need to go find my screen. That would help. Okay, there we are. Okay, so the Horizon Arctic is on its way. It's supposed to arrive there at, I guess, 5 a.m. on the 22nd. Again, you guys can go to the marine traffic site yourself, and you'll want to punch in. I mean, when you pull up Horizon Arctic and that, like I said, you'll see kind of like a list of different names with the different, like, same names, about 10 of them with Horizon Arctic vessel and stuff like that. So this is the Horizon anchoring handling vessel for that one. So that one's on its way from Canada. Then over here, this is the one that's coming from the French. This is the one that supposedly has the ROV on it. That's supposed to have the technology, is what I believe. I know that they said of one's coming from the French, and this is the one that's en route to the Titanic wreck. Now that one's supposed to arrive on the 23rd at 8:30 a.m. It looks like, as it's showing, and then it will say like received 9 minutes ago, underway using engine. Again, you guys can go to this site yourself, and it's just marine traffic. Just type that in, it will take you there. And over here, of course, is the polar prints on that one. So that one right there, I don't know, it looks to me like it probably had to go back to port and then refuel or whatever, because it's showing the 24th of the 6th for 10:07 a.m. arrival ETA. So I'm just gonna guess myself that that's what that meaning. It probably, like all ships, right, they probably have to refuel at some point. So let me just bring that in a little closer. Obviously, Newfoundland is up here. St. John's is here. That's where pretty much, I think in the U.S., the operations, they said, is coming out of Boston. And for Canada, obviously, it's coming off of St. John's, and that's where they would have left, meaning the vessel, the Ocean Gate, and very sad tragedy. Now, hello, Kitty. Hey guys that are in chat right now. Again, we're going to be doing a live tonight on this again, to cover more things, but I will go to the Twitter that I showed you in a video previously. Again, take it with a grain of salt, like I do, because we don't know where the source is coming from truly. But either or, if you just take it with like a grain of salt and use your own brains. And so this is on Nerdy Attic. Now, I've heard of Nerdy Attic before. I don't know much about this person. Typically, this person, I believe, puts out a lot of good content. But I'm just, I don't really have a knowledge of Nerdy Attic, besides I've heard the name a few times before. So anyways, so up top here, it says knocking allegedly being heard from Canadian surveillance, but on the video, it will say that it is. So it's just one of those things. Take it with a grain of salt, right? If it's true, it's true. If not, it's giving you an example of what the knocking would sound like regardless. So we'll play that. Yeah, because like on here it says here's the audio of the knocking they caught from the submarine. So if it was anything, it was from the Aurora P3 aircraft that threw down the sonar, and then they basically threw down some more sonar. And again, that's what's all being analyzed. So if this is true, then then that's what it's sounding like. So again, use your own brain cells. Okay, so we'll leave that as that. So, yeah. So again, whether it's true or not, it would make sense. Obviously, that they would know, kind of like that news clip that I played in fast speed for you guys. That would be a typical thing every set time. I know that they've been saying every 30 minutes that they've been hearing some sort of noise. They kind of downgraded it from banging though to more like noises because again, it's besides the specialists, the experts that know, the acoustics or whatever in the water. But I mean, nerdy addicts, like as far as I know in my head, yeah, is someone that has a lot of information out there. But again, is that Morse code? Well, I'd have to know what Morse code underneath the water sounded like myself. I'm sure it would be. I'm sure that between all of them, I'm sure that it would probably be like an SOS sound, SOS Morse code thing, or yeah, I would think it would be like whatever help. But either way, you guys, again, I don't care if you're a billionaire, zillionaire, whatever. These are humans that are trapped underneath there. So at the end of the day, just prayers for the family, prayers for the people in there. Even I in my head as well, I'm going, okay, so if they do locate them, unless they got this ROV that has some arms to help guide this thing, like let's say that it's stuck somewhere, like what happened with another underwater submersible where it was stuck in the propeller, and then it managed to get its way out of there. Maybe it lost the communication. Who knows? But even in my head, it's kind of like, will if they do locate them, will they locate them in time? Um, it's just very sad indeed. Anyways, again, this live is not intended to be long today. So unless I'll just go over the quick survey. So at the moment, the question simply was, will they find them in time alive? 53% at the moment are saying no. Again, I'll try to believe that the glass is half full and not empty, and just hope and pray, that they are still alive and that they will be recovered, hopefully. Because like the one guy said in the video that I played at the start there, it really is horrific to think that they're like that they would be sitting at the bottom or something like that, and they're waiting for rescue, perhaps. Unless the ocean gate perhaps did implode just by chance. But I mean, if they're hearing sounds, hopefully that is belonging to the ocean gate, and then that gives hope that they are still alive down there. But I just exactly, unless I got, like I said, some sort of ROV that has like those extension arms that can help, guide it. Because I put out a video yesterday too. It's like there's like 7 ways for the ocean gate, to surface. So obviously, if they haven't found it on top of the water yet, but I will say this, and I think who just said this in the chat, our group chat yesterday. If you're going to make one of these machines, do you really think it's wise to make it the same color of the ocean and white and blue? Or do you think it's to be like a freaking like yellow read something that is more seeable, that's in the water than something that matches in. Because you guys all know when the sun is, going off of the ocean, and it reflects all the white light, like the white, the shimmering and all that. This would be very hard to see. Don't you agree? Um, so I would think that perhaps that, yeah, like a color that would stand out just in case, like, just for precautionary measures for this. A pattern every half an hour sounds like it could be them, right? Praying that, again, even if they hear the sounds, then it becomes like, okay, well, if they are hearing this, right, like a yellow submarine. um, Tink, tink. Hello, tink, tink. These people have long since gone. This is a mockingbird story. Stop falling for fake news. Oh, I think someone has a negative problem here. Someone definitely woke up on the wrong side of bed. Who pissed in your cornflakes this morning? Tink, tink. Yeah, maybe you should go visit another channel. Why don't you actually? Maybe you should have a channel that deals strictly with negativity. I'm just going to take you on out of here because we don't need your bad vibes. There we go. Have a good day, Tink, Tink, Tink. Tink, Tink is a DINK. Tink, Tink. Okay. Seems like they would have a backup plan. Well, I think that's just, I think that they do have like backup plans. But apparently those 7 ways to surface don't seem to have helped. And again, then it would resort to the banging thing. So hopefully that in turn is truly coming from the ocean gate out there. And yeah, troll alerts. There's they exist everywhere. They're like little mutants, like little ants. It's like a colony of them. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to end this live because we're going to be doing a live at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time exactly on this. And then we'll watch more coverage, see what other coverage has come out regarding this. And yeah, and then we'll bring back up the marine traffic, and I'll look for some more stuff, see what else is going on. Anyways, yeah, they're everywhere. They're like an infestation, and they can have why aren't those trolls the ones that are in that ocean gate right now? That would be a better place for them. Let's switch them out. Yeah. All right, guys. Starline has out people's lives in danger again. Starline has out people's. Not sure. Starline has out people's lives in danger again. Not sure what that means, to be honest with you. Anyways, what is this? Anyways, you guys. Yeah. Hey, Deb. This is a miracle that Sunny can do a live in less than 30 minutes. Whoa, that's amazing. Actually, to be honest with you, it's my husband's birthday tomorrow. And he brought home cake. And although I'm diabetic, I'm going to push that to the side and ignore that because I see chocolate cake in my future, to be honest with you. His mom sent him one from England. His brother's was on the 12th of June. His is tomorrow, the 22nd. And of course, watch how those Delphi papers drop tomorrow. Probably like whatever it was. I think it was at 132 pages or something like that. Yeah. Anyways, so I said to my husband, well, your mom must love you more because when Ryan's cake came, it was like this round vanilla cake, like a round one. And when my husband's came today, it's this, one of those big arse chocolate square ones. So I said to my husband, well, obviously your mom must love you more because yours is like double the size. Yeah. But I'm going to get a slice of it. I don't care. Throw diabetes to the side for a day. Right, Deb? That's what I thought you said. Yes, you can, Sonny. Right. I just tell my husband I'll just take my pills, my diabetic pills, right? My metamorphin or whatever it is. But anyways, you guys have a great night. We'll see you later on. Tonight's live, 9:30. Again, we'll be covering this and yeah, whatever else we talk about during the live. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Take care and God bless. And oh, wait, don't forget, you guys, prayers that these people are found. And especially besides that, prayers to their families that are suffering without knowing if they're alive, if they're not alive. So prayers to the families, of course. Anyways, take care, guys. This is Sunny Justice and Aspen Connor from It's a Crime and Shame, wishing you all a good night.